The RE20 dynamic cardioid microphone is truly an industry standard, a firm favorite for broadcasting, podcasting, and sound engineering worldwide. Its popularity also extends into music production as a premium-grade instrument microphone. Its variable D design and heavy-duty internal pop filter excel for close-in voice work, while an internal element shock mount reduces vibration-induced noise. So that's a quick overview of the Electro-Voice RE20, coming straight from the Electro-Voice website. Right now you're hearing me speak into the RE20. I'm about 4 inches away from the microphone with it pointed kind of at the in between the front of my mouth and the corner of my lips. So it's not quite directly at the front, not quite directly at the corner of my lips, somewhere in between. A little bit, because I noticed a little bit of plosives when I was kind of right facing directly at it, so I didn't want to ruin the take with a bunch of plosives. So that's where I'm at. I have it running directly into the Audient ID22 audio interface. My gain is set to probably 95%, give or take. And this is the sound that you're hearing. There's no EQ, no compressor, no high-pass filter engaged, no reverb, no post-processing at all, other than me raising the gain to probably about 6 decibels. As for pricing, this microphone is currently listed at $349. I know in the past I've seen it listed at $399, but right now it's April 29th, 2022, and if you're aware of what's going on in the world, we are experiencing inflation. So I've noticed it. I've definitely noticed it with pro audio gear, stuff that was one price. Last year is now at a higher price. So obviously that's what inflation is. So this microphone right now, $449 new, whether you get the gray model or the black model. And that just is what it is. However, I got this microphone on Facebook Marketplace for a steal. You know me. $220 I got this microphone for. The guy listed it for $230. It is in great shape. A little bit like minimal sign of usage just for probably having it for years. Like, you know, a little bit of scratches here and there. No dents, no significant scratches. You know, the grill got a little bit of gunk. I'm not gonna lie, the grill got a little bit of gunk, so I'm not kissing this thing. I'm not right up on it. Got to clean it a little bit better as I'm looking at it. But basically, minimal signs of wear and tear. Overall, great shape. I offered him $220. He listed it at $230. I know, right? I'm being cheap. And he accepted it. But the best part is it came with the Electro-Voice 309A suspension shock mount, which goes new. That shock mount goes new for $99. So essentially a value of $550, and I paid after taxes like $240. After taxes and shipping, I paid $240 total for this combination. So a heck of a steal for a phenomenal microphone. And again, you're hearing it right now. And now we're about to go into the reviews so you can hear what other people say around the internet, around the globe, their user reviews from their experiences with this microphone. So this microphone comes just world-renowned, legendary, highly esteemed, and the reviews reflect that. So if you go to Google, it's a 4.9 overall rating from 206 reviews. 189 of those reviews gave it 5 stars. So let's start reading some of those. The first one I'm seeing says, perfect for podcasting. I had been using an Audio-Technica AT 2020, not a bad microphone, condenser microphone for recording my podcast, and it worked reasonably well. However, it picks up too much of the ambient noise around me, and I don't have a treated, dedicated studio in which to record. Therefore, I researched better microphone options for my scenario. The Electro-Voice RE20 seemed like the best choice after all my research. Side note, that sounds like a pretty easy choice to me to upgrade from a podcast from the AT2020. Phenomenal beginner level microphone, condenser microphone, to upgrade to a legendary broadcast microphone. So after all his research, he says, and I am convinced it is ideal for my situation and my voice. Sorry about that. In fact, even recording in my house with no sonic treatment on the walls, I don't even have to use my Isotope RX8 vocal noise reduction as I used to do on every recording. Because I use a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 as my interface to my computer for recording in SoundForge Pro, I also got a cloud lifter because I would have to crank the gain on the 2i2 beyond where it introduces audible distortion or noise. That obviously raised the overall expense of this upgrade, but it is truly a significant upgrade. For male voice, spoken word, and possibly other applications, the Electro-Voice RE20 broadcast announcer microphone receives my very highest possible recommendation. So that's from Walter. Awesome review. He left that review on bhphotovideo.com. Now let's look at a review from Chris J. He also gives it 5 stars. He says, in the world of broadcasting and podcasting, there are 2 mics that rule. One is the Shure SM7B, and it's a fine mic, but it does have a rather dark tone. If you prefer a brighter, cleaner tone, you must go with the RE20. Simply put, this is the best mic I've ever owned in every respect, and it is worth every dollar. Put this mic in a shock mount on a boom arm, and you are well equipped as many of the top broadcasters and radio stations. The noise floor is appreciably low, and there is little to no proximity effect on this mic, so you'll be clearly heard even if you're right up on the mic. Its off-axis noise rejection is stellar. Again, worth every dollar. Thank you, Chris, for that glowing review. This next caption says, great mic for crappy spaces. 5 stars. This is from Jonathan, reviewed on ZZ Sounds. It says, manufacturer support, haven't had to. Overall, this is a great frills-free dynamic mic. It took me a few tries to find my personal sweet spot, but it's great at plug and play. It's a great plug and play mic. The RE20 is a very transparent mic. I use it with a cloud lifter, and it gives me condenser sensitivity with great protection from errant pops and ambient noises. Seems very well made, if not particularly nice looking. I'd be worried if the internal foam pop screen got wet, moldy. I have an acoustically poor recording space. This mic allows me to record pretty much anything while keeping ambient noise out of my track. Would recommend adding a good preamp. That's a great point, Jonathan. I was actually going to run this through a Focusrite ISA1 preamp, but then I was like, let me not do that. Focusrite has a lot of clean gain, fairly clean gain, but I was like, let me just use my stock preamps in my audio interface, just in case people who are listening aren't considering getting a external preamp, or at least just yet. Could you use I don't think you need this is me talking. I'll get to that later. Let me keep going with these reviews. I'll share my experiences a little bit later. So this review says, why did I wait so long to buy one? 5 stars from AMP FXR. Says, I've been looking at these for years. I have a lot of mics. You may say I'm a collector of sorts. Me too. Many mics I have were purchased, not working, and I was able to fix most of them. I have known about the RE20 and its rich heritage and sound. I broke down and bought it and have not regretted it. It sounds great recording kick drum, bass guitar, and many voices. It gives a very nice, smooth, chesty quality to male voice, particularly baritones. There is virtually no proximity effect like many of my other mics. I should have bought one a long time ago. So these people are loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm going to go to there's a 3-star review. 3-star review. It says, not a big difference. This mic is not a big deal. I didn't find anything special about it. Okay. How about, there's no 2-star reviews, no 1-star reviews. Let's go to the 4-star reviews. Here's a caption that says, small basement studio. I spent most of the 90s in a van or a bus and used this mic a ton on my bass cabinets. I ran my signal direct to the board and then mic'd my cabinet where the signal was affected by whatever I was stepping on. I loved the way this mic on an 8x10 cab. I loved the way this mic on an 8x10 cab. Oh, that was the sentence. I think he meant to say I love the way it sounds on an 8x10 cab. I knew this mic was commonly used on kick drums, so I figured I would give it a try in my basement studio. I put it inside the kick about 3 inches from the head. To me, it sounds great. You turn it on, you get the kick drum. And now I can bring it to gigs and know what mic the engineer is going to put on my cab every time. It is perfect for what I need. There may be better kick drum mics out there, but for the money and my needs, the RE20 is a total solution. Glowing review, mind you, that was only 4 stars. But that just kind of shows you the versatility of this microphone. People are using it for guitar cabs, for miking up kick drums, as well as for vocals. We'll do one more 4-star review, then I'm going to hop over to Gearspace and see if I can find some more negative reviews. Here's a review that says, EV mic, 4 stars, clear as a bell, a little heavy, but worth it. Agreed, it's a little heavy. It's a big old chunky boy. It's a heavy microphone. It's like a World War II weapon. It's huge. It's solid, it's huge, it's metal, it's all that good stuff. So let's go over to Gearspace and try to find some negative reviews. Gearspace is good about that. So Gearspace, their overall review for it is 4.4 stars out of 15 different reviews. I'm going to try to find some negative reviews real quick. Or not even negative. I'm not going to, let me not say negative reviews. I'll read some Gearspace reviews because they're very critical. So here's one review. It says, it's affordable, easy to find, and rarely ever fails. Plus, it sounds okay, acceptable in most situations. That's why they are in thousands of radio stations. Any piece of gear that can withstand the abuse from a staff of DJs and never break is indeed a workhorse. And they make pretty good kick drum mics. Okay. Here's another one. Those vocals do sound pretty incredible, man. So this guy's commenting on a video that was shared. I will say there is a very dry, sort of cranky sound I still hear from the mic. It always seems to have this dry sound to it where I want to drench it in plate reverb. What I don't get is why people use them in bass drums or on bass cabinets. They were doing that in the 70s sometimes, I notice. And I never get that because the AKG D12 mics always caught the sweetest low end one could imagine. So that's man, I just love Gearspace because they're so critical. But that's good. It's good. It's honest. Experienced reviews. Of course, you got to take it with a grain of salt. The reviews are subjective, but it's good to have a well-rounded set of reviews when you're choosing to when you're deciding which microphone to get. Battling these demons, dealing with these skeletons. I believe, help my unbelief, Lord. I'm yelling it, cleaning out my closet, emptying my pockets, washing this profit. If it ain't honest, I don't want it. Staring in the mirror, bearing the image of my maker who I'm in fear of. Reflecting on my past, I can't help but start to tear up. Told me I was sinning, should've screamed it, I ain't hear ya. But washed by the blood of your son, told me to cheer up. No condemnation. God is patient, made the payments and cleared the wages. He said it's finished, so now I'm debt free. He broke the chains, now I am set free. Ran to him for help, I was humble, had it come correct. Now I smile just as he promised, I am not upset. That's his faithfulness, I lift the praise. Even in my darkest days, he would always make a way through it.
All right, now I'm back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm beginning to become a little bit of a fan favorite, but I don't want y'all fanboying over me. You already know who it is. It's Big Bubba Country. And right now I'm speaking into this RE20 microphone. I know y'all love the sound of this. The Big Bubba Country, speaking into the RE20 microphone. I'm finna start my own country radio show. Y'all gonna be listening to me talk all day. Stories about my old lady, stories about my papa, and my granddad, you know what I mean? So, I'm speaking right up on top of this microphone. I'm about 1 inch away from it. I heard a lot of the reviews. They were saying there's no proximity effect on this microphone. So I figured I'd go ahead and test that for y'all. I'm about 1 inch away from this microphone. Once again, this is the Big Bubba Country review right up on top of this microphone. This is what it sounds like. I didn't want to get too close. I didn't want to go ahead and kiss the darn thing because this is a pre-owned microphone. I'm not kissing nobody else's pre-owned microphone. But anyway, it's really nice being with y'all, spending the day. And I appreciate all the support. I'm Big Bubba Country. I'm finna go on tour next year, and y'all can book me at your venues, your churches, your schools, your cafeteria, whatever you want to do. I'll eat lunch with you. Big Bubba Country, I'm signing out. Once again, have a great day, y'all.
La 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 la, this is the song. La 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 la, Elmo song. La 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 la, Elmo song. Elmo loves his goldfish. His crayons too. That's Elmo's world. Hey, wait a second. Elmo's only 3.5 years old. Now you're probably wondering, why am I always doing the Elmo review? It's because I got 3 kids. And I'm only 3.5 years old.
All right, everybody, what's going on now? It's the Meatwad test. I know y'all been waiting for me to come back on here and do a review. But I can't because I've been so busy. I'm just happy to be here because I got 2 kids of my own, okay? You know what I'm saying? Dropped them off by the pool this morning. Meatwad, signing out.
Oh, when I'm tired and I'm weary, but I must go along until the Lord, He comes and calls. He called me away. When the mornings are bright and the lamp is a light, when I'll be changed from this creature that I am. There will be peace in the valley for me someday. There will be peace in the valley for me.
And holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. All right, guys, that's it for the vocal samples, the user reviews, the overview, the pricing. My experiences and thoughts with this microphone, I have not had it for too long, but it's a very full sounding microphone from the lows to the mids. And then there is a good amount of presence in this microphone as you hear me pop with the plosives. I'm still about 3.5, 4 inches away. The plosives are, you got to take that into consideration. There's so let me keep going. The highs are airy, very present, smooth. I don't think they're harsh, and I have a pretty sibilant voice, so that's a good thing. This mic is not harsh. They said, if you get right up on top of the microphone, the proximity effect is not really there. You can back up, and you still got a nice full sound. You can get right up on it, and it doesn't get boomy or or muddy. However, you do have to take into consideration the plosives. So, obviously a phenomenal broadcast dynamic microphone. Like they said, great for kick drums. I've heard that a lot, not just in these reviews. Guitar cabinets, I can imagine that being a desired sound as well. A workhorse, durable, very well built, a phenomenal company. So yeah, it's a great microphone. I think it sounds good singing. Like if you had this in the studio and you wanted if you had this in like a radio studio and you wanted your guests to sing live, I believe this would be a great option. Would it be as great as a large diaphragm condenser? No, but for any room that's less than adequately treated acoustically, this microphone is going to do very well. Obviously, glowing reviews from the majority of people on the internet. So yeah, this microphone is highly esteemed. Like I said, I would recommend it broadcast. I would recommend it radio, podcast. A great microphone to have. You could skip. It's not cheap, but if you want a great sound and a great durable microphone that holds its value, and you don't want to try a bunch of other microphones, you can just go straight for this microphone and be very pleased with your purchase. So, I would try to find it used, but you're probably not going to find the deal that I found. But I am going to sell this microphone to get my money back, make a little bit of a profit, but I'm not going to beat nobody over the head with the price. I'm actually going to sell it for a very reasonable price. But by the time you hear this recording, this mic will most likely be sold. But feel free to reach out to me. Speaking of that, please leave your comments in the comment section below and share your experiences with the microphone so we can start a dialogue. Give me any feedback on the video, audio, video, and make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned. I'm going to keep bringing different reviews on different gear that I get my hands on, as well as different content that I find valuable, educational, informative for this space. I love pro audio gear, and like I said, join me in the comments. Let's start a dialogue. I appreciate you. God bless you, and have a great rest of your day. All right? Peace.